Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching this from. This is my bottom preview and bottom predictions for Edgar Berlanga versus Hamzah Sheeraz, which on the 12th, is it 12th of July, 13th of July? And obviously we got a double bill. Obviously you got Stevenson runs paid on the card as well. But yes, let's straight into it then. Starting off with the on the card, starting off then with David Morrell versus Imam Karatsev. Tartiev, yeah, that's how it's pronounced, Tartiev, who's got 10 wins, 0 defeats to Russian, and David Morrell's got 11 wins and 1 defeat. The 1 defeat won against David Benavidez, and this was a very close fight, but Benavidez did definitely edge it in the end. Obviously, 10 3-minute rounds in the 175-pound division. Obviously, David, we'll start off with Tartiev Asier. He's got that power, aggressive and powerful style, hasn't he? He's got a great amateur pedigree as well. He is relentless. He's very efficient with the body shots as well. That's what we'll say about Tartiev. Well, as David Morrell, David Morrell is obviously powerful. He's got the power, speed, technical skills, not the footwork, the talent punch as well. The only thing about David Morrell, his game plan was probably his weakness, and that's probably what happened in the Benavidez fight. That his game plan was probably his weakness in the end. Look, I think everyone expected Benavidez to win. Against Morrell. I just think the game plan for Morrell needs to be worked on as well. In terms of this fight, I think Morrell should win against Tartiev. For me, I think Morrell's fought better opposition, in my opinion. And I do think for me, this is the first step up for Tartiev for me. And I do fancy a bit of a stoppage for David Morrell here. I'm going for David Morrell to win in the 7th round, in my opinion. Up next, for the WBC World Super Lightweight title, Alberto Pereira defending his title, 24 wins, 0 defeats, then Shabel Matias. Matias, of course. Shabel Matias, who got 22 wins and 2 defeats. Obviously, one of them defeats torn up against Ian Powell. Alberto Pereira still undefeated, 24 wins, 0 defeats. I think Dalton Smith is a bit. I think Dalton Smith's becoming a bit of a. I think Dalton Smith's a mandatory for this belt as well. Interim. I think it's 1 of the 2. So Dalton Smith might be in the waiting for this fight, for the winner of this fight. Shabel Matias, look, he's relentless. He got the relentless style, got that power, the variety of punch combinations as well. Very good chin and condition, and he is a finisher as well. So you give him a chance to finish you, he will. But the weaknesses for Shabel Matias is, I wouldn't say a chin, because we saw them defensive vulnerabilities, especially against Ian Powell as well. So I'll obviously remove the chin out there. But he did used to have a good chin until he got exposed against Ian Powell. And he's very dependent on his presser as well, Shabel Matias. I don't think he has a plan B. I think that's the issue with Shabel Matias for me. I think this is going to be the difference in this fight, because I think Alberto Pereira does have a plan B, in my opinion. Obviously, Alberto Pereira, southpaw stance, range, so that range, control, counter punches, adaptability, like adapting to the different style of the opponent as well. It's got very good defense as well, and he's got good precision. But he has been in close fights recently, Pereira, especially with Martin and Darry Russell, where that could have went either way, them fights, to be fair. So he has been in close fights recently, Pereira. I do think Pereira gets the win here over Shabel Matias. I think Pereira can adapt more, unlike Matias, in my opinion. Very close fight, but I think Pereiro gets the win here on points, in my opinion. Up next, Sheeraz Stevenson versus William Cepeda. Probably the fight we all wanted, wasn't it? That we asked for the last year. Where we all said William Cepeda obviously deserved his title shot. Obviously, getting the job done in the rematch against Tevin Farmer. In a much better performance in the rematch than his first fight against Tevin Farmer. William Cepeda, he's got high output, hasn't he? Got high output. Very efficient with the body shots. Got that aggressive style. Sheeraz Stevenson, he does criticise, doesn't he, for his style, but let's be real, he knows how to control fights, got the footwork, he's got the jab, very efficient jab as well. He's got the defence as well, and he's got the head movement as well, which is probably why he has been winning on points quite easily as well. I will say though, he can eat a few shots though. When the shots do land on Stevenson, he does eat them, doesn't he? So, and I do think Cepeda is probably Stevenson's toughest opponent so far for me, especially with Cepeda's style as well. But Cepeda had a few struggles, didn't he, against the southpaw of Tevin Farmer, to be fair. Especially in that first fight against Tevin Farmer, he did have a few struggles, didn't he, Cepeda? Which is why I do favour Stevenson here in this fight. I think Cepeda's weakness is probably against southpaws for me. So I am the door for Sheeraz. I think everyone's really done for Sheeraz Stevenson to win on points, in my opinion. And I tell you what, Stevenson be thinking, well, at the moment, Tank Davis pretty much wasting his career at the moment. So maybe Stevenson might say, you know what, I'm probably number one at the moment in the lightweight division, because I do think Tank is wasting his career, in my opinion. And I don't really think Tan has the real for boxing, to be fair. So, but yeah, I'm finally on to the main event. Edgar Berlanga versus Hamzah Sheeraz. Do I agree with this being the main event? Not really. I felt Stevenson should be the main event, really, than Cepeda. But yeah, it is what it is. Berlanga and Sheeraz, if you ask me, I actually think these two are at the same level for me. I've not really been impressed by Berlanga at all, to be honest with you. And obviously we saw Berlanga get found out against Canelo Alvarez. Same with Hamzah Sheeraz. He got found out against Carlos Adames in the middleweight division. Obviously, Sheeraz is stepping up to 168, which will probably suit Sheeraz better. Should suit him better, because he was too big at middleweight, wasn't he? And that's probably what the weakness was against Carlos Adames as well. Carlos Adames is more natural to middleweight, while Sheeraz isn't. And Adames looked quicker than Sheeraz in that fight as well. But we don't know how that fight ended in the draw. To be honest with you, I thought Adames was robbed completely in that fight. But yeah, Sheeraz got the height, got the range, got the power, got the speed if he's at the right weight. And he's got the agility as well. But his weaknesses for me are probably he's quite reckless, certainly, Sheeraz, and then questionable defence as well. We saw that in Adames as well, where Adames was landing key on Sheeraz. Yeah, people say Sheeraz, or Frank Twitter wants to say Sheeraz had a broken hand, could only fight with one hand. Well, if that's the case, then pull him out the fight. Then it's just stupid. Honestly, their stupid are so stupid, aren't they? Edgar Berlanga's got the KO power. Edgar Berlanga's probably got a better amateur background than Sheeraz. He has got a strong amateur background as Edgar Berlanga. Relentless, he's aggressive. But the problem with Berlanga is he's just caught between styles. He's caught between styles as well. So this fight, for me, I actually can't call it. And obviously in that case, if I can't call it, I actually think both of these are at the same level. I really do. Both at the same level. Sheeraz is stepping up to 168. So it is going to be his first fight at 168, so it's unknown how he's going to do at 168. Berlanga's more natural than 168 weight. But there I just named the weaknesses, haven't I? Berlanga's caught between styles. And it's an unknown for Berlanga as well, how Sheeraz going to do at 168 as well. And yeah, for me, I actually think this is done all the way. Wouldn't shock me if it's a split decision, but I actually think it's going to be a draw, in my opinion, between Sheeraz and Berlanga. I actually think it's the perfect matchup for me. I do think it's the perfect matchup. I can't call it between the two of them. We can't call it. I think it's a pick-em between the two of them. It will be a pick-em fight between the two of them. And I think it will be a draw, in my opinion, between Edgar Berlanga and Hamzah Sheeraz, in my opinion. So that's my bottom preview and predictions for the Edgar Berlanga vs Hamzah Sheeraz card. Feel free to leave your thoughts and predictions down below in the comments. And I'll see you all for the next one, which will be Katie Taylor vs Amanda Serrano 30 full card preview, which will be predicting 8 fights. Yeah, madness. 8 fights, so I'll see you all for that one. And feel free to state your predictions down below for this full card down below in the comments.